Loyola High School presents Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. Ebenezer Scrooge was a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner, a hard-hearted miser. On this evening, the office of Scrooge and Marley was shrouded in cold, bleak, biting weather. But external heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No wind that blew was bitterer than he.
God bless you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember God our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power. We were
Bah!
gonna...
Merry Christmas. Humbug! Begone, you miserable little beggars. Take your infernal Christmas carols and get away from my door. Bah! And you, nephew, what right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Merry Christmas? Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug? Uncle, what right have you to be dismal about Christmas? You're rich enough. Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be, Fred, when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be boiled with his own pudding, and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. Keep Christmas in your own way, nephew, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it? But you don't keep it, Uncle.
Well, let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good it ever has done you.
But Christmas time is a good time, Uncle. And though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and will do me good, and I say God bless it.
God bless Christmas. Hurrah!
You there, Bob Cratchit! Let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation,
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us for Christmas dinner tomorrow. Helen would love to meet you.
Helen? Oh, yes, your wife, Why did you get married, Fred?
Because I fell in love, Uncle.
Because you fell in love with a woman as penniless as yourself. Fred, good afternoon.
But you never visited before my marriage. I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you.
Very well. Good afternoon.
Oh, I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon. Mr. Cratchit, see my nephew out.
This way, Mr. Fred. And, Merry Christmas.
And to you and your family, Bob. How is Mrs. Cratchit and the little Cratchits? Especially your youngest, the lame boy.
Tim, sir. Tiny Tim. He's getting better, yes. Thank you for asking. Happy Christmas to you, sir. Someone to see you, mister.
Good day, sir. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley, my partner, has been dead these 7 years. In fact, he died 7 years ago this very night. I am Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ah, well, at this festive season, Mr. Scrooge, we seek charity for the poor and destitute. You see, many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts, sir. A few of us wish to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. So, what shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Ah, you wish to be anonymous, sir.
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the prisons and workhouses. They cost enough. Let those who are badly off go there.
Oh, but many can't go there. Yes, many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population.
I see. So the firm of Scrooge and Marley declines.
It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good evening, then.
Very well. You have made your views quite clear. Good evening to you, sir.
Mr. Scrooge, it's 7 o'clock, sir, and it is Christmas Eve.
So? I suppose you'll want all day tomorrow, eh, Mr. Cratchit? It's not fair. Why should I pay a day's wages for no work?
'Tis but once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day, Well, be here all the earlier the next morning, Mr. Cratchit.
I will, sir. Thank you. And, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, indeed. Bah!
Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern and walked home through the rolling fog and bitter cold. He silently passed through the urchins crowded round fires in the street, trying to keep warm. The icy Scrooge trudged along through the dark streets, but just as he reached the door of his dismal house, he thought he heard something calling. It was the voice of his long-dead partner, Jacob Marley, whose ghostly face appeared on the door knocker. Scrooge hurried inside, closed the door, and locked himself in. He double-locked himself in. He checked the sitting room, bedroom, lumber room, all as they should be. Secured against a surprise, Scrooge put on his dressing gown and nightcap and sat down before the fire to take his gruel, when suddenly...
No! Someone's in the cellar! But the doors are locked. Double locked! Something is coming. Up the stairs. Closer. It's outside my door. It's humbug! I won't believe it! Humbug, I say! Ah! How now? What do you want with me? Who are you?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. You don't believe in me, Scrooge? Why do you doubt your senses?
A disorder of the stomach makes them cheats. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. Humbug, I tell you. Ah! Mercy! I believe you. I believe you. I must. Oh, dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me? Why do spirits walk the earth? Why come to me?
It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad among his fellow men. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death, doomed to wander the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shared, and turn to happiness.
You are fettered, Jacob. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life, link by link, yard by yard. I am chained by cash boxes, keys, padlocks, ledgers. Witness the weight and length of a strong chain you bear yourself, Scrooge. It is a ponderous chain.
I see no chain.
You shall, on the day of your death, mark me. No regret can make amends for one's life's opportunity misused.
But you were always a good man of business.
Business? Business? Mankind was my business. Oh, and it is at this time of the rolling year that I suffer most.
I'm sorry for you, Jacob. Is there anything I can do?
For me, it is too late. But I have come to warn you of a hope and chance of escaping my fate. You will be haunted by 3 spirits. Expect the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1. The second, the next night, at the same hour. The third, upon the next night, at the last stroke of 12. Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Ebenezer, look out this window. That poor woman and her infant huddled on the doorstep below. Look, that you may see for your own sake.
Ghosts! Phantoms! Hundreds! Chained! Just like yourself! They surround the woman! They're not haunting her! They're pleading! Can't she see them? Why do these ghosts lament, Jacob? Why do they wail?
They seek to aid her. They seek to do good in human matters, but have lost their power. Forever. They wail in unceasing torture and remorse. Beware this cruel fate, Ebenezer. Beware! Beware! Beware!
Scrooge awoke. He was lying on his bed, still in his robe. Was Marley's visit a dream or not? He decided it was a dream and nothing more. But suddenly, the curtains of his bed were drawn aside, and Scrooge found himself face to face with an unearthly visitor who drew them. It was a strange figure, like a child, yet not so like a child as like an old man.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
Your past. I've come for your welfare. Rise, Scrooge, and walk with me.
What? Out the window? But I am mortal and liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of my hand upon your heart, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
As the words were spoken, they passed through the wall and stood upon an open country road with fields on either hand. It was a clear, cold winter day with a fresh snow upon the ground.
Why, it's my old schoolhouse. Alas, it wasn't a place of learning, more like a prison.
On Christmas Eve, the school is not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still. A lonely boy, reading beside a feeble fire. Do you know him?
Yes, I know him. I am that child. Alone. Oh, poor boy. Oh, I wish, but it's too late now.
What is the matter, Scrooge?
Oh, nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should like to have given him something, that's all.
Come to another Christmas past, a celebration.
Fezziwig's warehouse! I apprenticed here! Why, it's old Fezziwig! Bless his heart! It's Fezziwig! Alive again! At one of his Christmas parties!
Yo-ho there. Ebenezer. Dick. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve. Join in the festivities. Merry Christmas all. Come and dance. Hilly-ho.
Do you recognize yourself, Scrooge? A young man with a twinkle in your eye and a future before you?
Oh, it was a marvelous party, Spirit. With cake and punch and cold roast and mince pies and plenty of beer. Look at old Fezziwig, how he dances. Oh, what a jolly time we used to have.
It was a small matter for old Fezziwig to make these silly folks so full of joy.
Small matter? Small indeed.
Is it so much that he deserves praise?
It's not that. It's not that, Spirit. Fezziwig has the power to render us happy or unhappy, to make our service light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it cost fortune.
What? Is something bothering you, Scrooge?
No. I should like to say a word or two to my clerk, Bob Cratchit, just now.
Scrooge, my time grows short. Quick!
Ah, Belle, as beautiful as ever.
A penniless girl who loved you, Scrooge.
And I her. It didn't matter that she had no dowry. We were so happy together.
Until your career with Jacob Marley came between you. As you gained, so you lost. Do you see yourself, Scrooge? You're older now, a man in the prime of life. Your face has begun to wear the sides of care and avarice. Your eyes are greedy, the eager, restless eyes of a miser.
No! Spare me this! Not this, Spirit! No!
This music box is a beautiful gift, Ebenezer, but I realize I matter little to you, very little. To protect yourself from a hard and cruel world, you have become hard and cruel in response. I have tried to cheer and comfort you, but another idol has displaced me.
What idol could ever displace you, Belle?
You now worship a golden idol. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off, one by one. Ah.
I wanted security, success, for you, Belle.
I seek tenderness, not riches. Therefore, even though it is Christmas, I release you from our engagement with a full heart for the love of him you once were.
No, Belle, don't!
Dear Ebenezer, may you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Belle, no! Spirit, show me no more. Why do you torture me? Remove me, I cannot bear it. Haunt me no longer.
Scrooge found himself once more alone, back upon his bed. He drifted off to sleep, only to be awakened again by the stroke of one. Scrooge gradually noticed a great blaze of ruddy light glowing from beneath the door. Something was in the outer room.
Come in, Ebenezer Scrooge, come in.
He opened the door and beheld his own sitting room transformed. The walls and ceilings were hung with living green, and it looked like a perfect grove. And there sat a jolly giant, glorious to see. He bore a glowing torch shaped like Plenty's horn, and held it up, high up, to shed its light on Scrooge as he came peeping round the door.
Come in and know me better. I am the ghost of Christmas present. You've never seen the likes of me before.
Oh, Spirit, conduct me where you will. If you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Very well, then. Touch my robe.
And instantly they were transported to the streets of London on a bright Christmas day. Presently Scrooge and the Spirit came to Camden Town, to a humble house on a humble street.
This is the home of my clerk, Bob Cratchit, his wife and 6 children. Why are we here, Spirit?
What has ever got your precious father, then, and your brother, Tiny Tim?
Father's coming. Father! Father!
Ah, Peter, Belinda, Frederick, Harriet, and Martha.
How did little Tim behave at church, Bob?
As good as gold, Mother. And better, eh, Tim?
They sang ever so nice, Mother. I hope the people saw me in church because I'm a cripple. It might be pleasant for them to remember on Christmas who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Oh, Mother, you're right. Tim's heart is strong, and he will get better. I know it.
Martha, smell that goose. Hurrah, look, look. There was never such a goose, never.
All right, be seated. Here you go. Take your turn now. There's plenty of bread and potatoes for all of you. Eat them first.
And later, plum pudding.
Martha, dear, sit next to Tiny Tim and make sure he eats plenty. He must stay strong and well if anything should happen to him.
Oh, Mother, don't even think that. I'll see that he eats well. Here, Tim.
Quiet, please, quiet. Such a feast requires a Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Tell me, Spirit. Tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, oh no. Kind Spirit, say he will be spared.
Why? If he be like to die, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Oh, you use my own words against me.
Now the punch, steaming hot. Take your turn. There's enough for a toast, and one after that.
A toast, a toast, a toast to Christmas.
Here. I would like to propose a toast to, Mr. Scrooge.
Bob, really?
Oh,
Father, no,
Not on Christmas
not
Day.
that man.
I can't believe this.
The founder of the feast. To Mr. Scrooge.
Huh. The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had Mr. Scrooge here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, it's Christmas Day.
I'll drink to his health for your sake and the day's, not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
Take me away, Spirit. There must be something happier to see.
Much they saw, and far they went, and many homes they visited, but always with happy end. In almshouse, hospital, and jail, in misery's every refuge, the Spirit of Christmas left his blessing, and taught Scrooge as he went. Presently they returned to the streets of London. And with that, the ghost of Christmas present dissolved into the mist, and Scrooge stood alone upon the street. He remembered the prediction of old Jacob Marley, and lifting his eyes, he beheld the third spirit, a solemn phantom, shrouded in black, draped and hooded, coming like a mist along the ground towards him.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are about to show me the shadows of the things that have not yet happened, but will happen. Spirit, will you not speak to me? Oh, ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I've seen, but lead on. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time. To me, lead on. Spirit, once more we are at the home of Bob Cratchit, but it is different. So quiet. What is it, Spirit? What kind of Christmas day is this?
Hey, sorry I'm late, Mother. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green a place it is, but you'll see it often. I promised to him that we'd walk there on Sundays.
Oh, Bob.
Little child, my little child.
Oh, that's cruel, cruel! Spirit, can't you give me some ray of hope that I may change all this? That Tiny Tim may live. Spirit, where are we now? Merciful heaven, a dismal, ruinous churchyard. Desolate, lonely, crumbling graves. Is poor Tiny Tim buried here? Tell me, Spirit, tell me, Spirit. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that may be? Spirit, that tombstone to which you point, what is written upon it? Wait! The name on the grave is Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge? No! Wait, no, Spirit! Why show me this if I am past all hope? Am I to become like Jacob Marley? Like the other cursed ghosts, chained, wandering the earth? Forever? No! No! Spirit, hear me! I am not the man I was! Tell me that I may change these dreadful shadows. I'll honor Christmas in my heart. I'll try and keep it all the year. I'll live in the past, the present, and the future, and not shut out the lessons they teach. I pray, please, Spirit, that I may sponge away the writing on this stone. I beg you, I'll change. I'll change, I pray. I pray. I'll change. I'll change, please, please, I'll... Change. Why? What's this? My bedpost? I'm home? In my own bed? In my own room? Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and the Christmas time be praised! I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. Oh, I am as light as a feather, as merry as a schoolboy, as giddy as a drunken man. Oh, glorious light, fresh air, the window. Why, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
And Happy New Year, sir.
Boy, what's today? What day is it, my fine fellow?
Today was Christmas Day, sir.
Christmas Day? I haven't missed it. The spirits have done it all in one night.
And so they had done it, all in one night. Scrooge sent the boy to buy the prize turkey and have it delivered to the Cratchit family as an anonymous gift. Then the new Ebenezer Scrooge dressed himself in his best and got out into the streets of London. By this time people were pouring forth, and Scrooge regarded all with delighted smile and a hearty holiday greeting.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. Happy holidays, everyone.
By mere chance, Scrooge came upon the charity seekers he had dismissed yesterday. But today he apologized and made a large donation to their worthy cause, with many back payments included. In the afternoon, Scrooge turned his steps to the door of his nephew, who was in the midst of Christmas dinner with his family and their many hungry friends. And so Ebenezer Scrooge rejoined his family and rejoined the family of man. The next morning, Scrooge was early at the office to catch Bob Cratchit coming late. And Bob was very late. The clock struck 9, no Bob. 1:15, no Bob. Finally,
Mr. Cratchit! What do you mean by coming in at this time of day?
I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind on my time. It shall not be repeated. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Bob Cratchit, I'll not stand this sort of thing any longer, and therefore, I am about to raise your salary.
Oh, please, sir, you're going to raise my salary? But sir.
Wait, no, Bob. I've not lost my senses. I've come to them. A Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas than I've given you for many a year. Yes, sit down. We'll discuss your affairs over a Christmas bowl of smoking bishop, my dear Bob. Merry Christmas!
Ladies and gentlemen, all through the Loyola Radio Playhouse, not a creature is stirring that doesn't wish our radio audience a Merry, Merry Christmas. This story was adapted for radio and scored by Anthony E. Palermo. Loyola Radio Mercury Radio Theater is brought to you by the Loyola Store. High-waisted trousers, Naugahyde spats, dyspepsia-fighting Bromoseltzer, which helps prevent headache decay. None of these are for sale at the Loyola Store. Instead, you'll find cozy, comfy hoodies, snazzy hats, school supplies, and all manner of Loyola-branded apparel. What do you say, Santa Claus?
Ho, ho, ho! I'll be loading my sleigh at the Loyola Store.
Now he's got the right idea. If our little production has provided you and your family with good cheer, then you have to thank Charles Dickens, the founder of our feast in this fairy tale for the ages, especially our own. And so, as Tiny Tim sagely observed,
God bless us, everyone.